So after suffering an 11-point loss to Tipperary last weekend, Waterford welcomed Cork to Walsh Park in round 3 of the National Camogie League on Saturday for a 2 o'clock throw-in. And to look ahead to this game, delighted to be joined by Daisha and Lismore midfielder Shona Curran. And Shona, looking back to last Saturday, I suppose things didn't go right from the throw-in. Tipperary got a goal with their very first attack. Could you put your finger on why the game went away from you so early last week?
I suppose we were disappointed with the start, goals straight away from the throw-in, and it was a disappointing start, and we were we chased the game then, from that minute on. So I suppose hard to put our finger on it. We were disappointed with our overall performance. We came back in the second half, which was good, but we know ourselves it wasn't up to the standard that's needed, and we'll be hopefully righting a few wrongs on this weekend against that. So look, I think the match will have stood to us. It was our first game back with the league, and Tip had that on a game against Cork under their belt, so definitely stood to them in the opening half. They were that bit sharper, that bit they were ahead of us for the ball. So look, as I said, we'll be hoping to right a few of those wrongs now Saturday.
What was said in the huddle, Shona, amongst the group when you gathered after the game?
Yeah, I suppose exactly that. Look, everyone was disappointed. Overall, it didn't go our way, and there was a lot of things that we need to improve on, and that's the thing with league and championship. You can't really dwell. We just have to turn around now and focus on Cork and try and make those changes. So look, we're looking forward to welcoming them down to Walsh Park, and definitely hoping to give a better performance.
Yeah, what areas are you looking to improve on in particular, Shona?
Definitely just a bit of bite, I suppose. We were maybe that bit off the pace in terms of getting to the ball. Definitely in the opening half, we kind of improved a little in the second half, and I suppose the other thing then would be taking our chances. We'd a couple of chances, goals and points wise, that maybe we didn't take, and at this level you have to be taking every single one of them. So look, I suppose that's a couple of things that we need to work on, and as I said, we'll be hoping to do that Saturday.
Yeah, did you notice that there was a big difference between, I suppose, the speed of the training that you've been doing, Shona, and what you experienced on Saturday against Tipperary?
Yeah, sure. Look, there's no substitute for matches, and whether it's league or championship, getting up to that level, that match pace, a game under your belt will stand wicket to you. So it hasn't obviously been ideal for anyone, the preparations into league, but it's just great to be back on the pitch, and as I said, that game will stand to us, and we know what we need to do for the weekend, and hopefully we can just make those small improvements around the pitch, and give a good performance.
Yeah, and you still have a chance of getting to the knockout stages, Shona, with a big win over Cork on Saturday. But performance-wise, what kind of targets have you set yourselves as a team?
I suppose that's the main thing, is a performance. We know ourselves. We maybe played for 20 minutes last Saturday in the second half, and the game was probably, it was too little too late then. So we definitely want to across the field, I suppose, just have a big performance from 1 to 26, whoever has to come in, and just as I said, improving on a few things from last week, and giving a good account of ourselves for the whole match.
And you've played in a number of different positions for Waterford, Shona, over the years, and we saw you in the forward line there on Saturday against Tipperary. Can we expect to see you back there this weekend?
Look, yeah, I suppose the competition for places is as high as it ever was, and you're just lucky to be getting a jersey at all, no matter what number's on the back of it. So look, it's Derek and the lads' first year, and they're trying out a few things and keeping us all on our toes. So as I said, any of us are happy to play wherever we're told to play, or try it out. So I suppose I wouldn't be known for my goal scoring or point getting abilities, but something I need to work on myself. So as I said, happy to go wherever I'm needed.
Yeah, looking at a few of the positive aspects of last week, Sean, like Sarah Lacey really impressed at midfield, and it was also good to see Mairead O'Brien coming off the bench, someone so young and getting on the score sheet as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Sarah had an absolute stormer there, the centre of the field, and gave Tip a lot of problems. And as you said, Mairead, young girl coming in. We've a couple of girls come up from the minor this year, and they've been brilliant. Really, they've slotted into the whole thing they were ever there, so it's great to see, and as I said, there's great competition there within the panel, and there's every position is up for grabs every week, so that's what we need, and we need that kind of competition and driving it on. And look, as I said, hopefully we can build on that now for Saturday.
Yeah, Mairead O'Brien, one of the fresh faces on the panel. Shona, I was just looking at the squad overall. I think you're probably the longest serving player at the moment. I think it's 2008 when you joined the Waterford first team. Why have you decided to sign up again for 2021?
Yeah, look, I suppose it's the setup that's there this year. When we all got the call, sort of, I suppose it would have been just after Christmas there, from that Derek was the manager, and to be honest, after speaking to him that first time on the phone, it was kind of a no-brainer for me. I suppose we definitely as a panel feel like there's huge potential there, and maybe a bit of unfinished business for a lot of us, and yeah, look, as I said, when Derek came in, and the setup that he was, talking about putting in, and sort of the plan for the year and maybe years ahead, it didn't really take me long to sign back up, and just delighted to be involved. And as I said, look, there's great ambition within the panel and the management as well, and they see that, and they've brought in a few things and changed a few things around, and it's it's kind of a breath of fresh air, in a way, and look, we're just hoping to sort of improve game on game, and that's all we can do, and drive the whole thing on. And yeah, as I said, I'm just delighted to be part of the setup, really. Yeah,
there's a few other players as well, Sean, that would have played when Waterford way back in the junior ranks, like Niamh Rockett, Claire White, and it must have been good to see Vicky Faulkner as well rejoining the panel this time around.
Yeah, massive. Vicky's a fantastic player, and I think she was last year. She was back around home and playing club Camogie with Tramore, and she was absolutely flying it. So great to see her back involved. And yeah, look, I suppose there's a good few of us kind of I've played maybe from junior right up, and there is that link, but to be honest with you, it's the younger girls that are coming in, and they only know senior hurling, and they've played the Corks and Tips underage, and have no fear. They've been a driving force of the whole thing, really, as well. So it's about getting that mixture, but I suppose building year on year, and we really feel like there's huge potential in this squad, and it's just to get it all together, and to show that on the field, and get those results as well as the performances. That's what we need to work on.
And just one more issue I'd like to get your thoughts on, Shona. It was announced earlier this month that state funding for female players is set to treble this year to €2.4 million, and now Camogie and ladies football players get the same level of support as your male counterparts. What sort of difference will that make, do you think?
Oh, it's huge. Look, I suppose you mentioned how long I've been involved, and I've seen it come on in leaps and strides, I suppose, since I started playing. Right across the board, and look, there's still a long way to go, but it's all small things that I suppose really people don't see, and maybe would have taken for granted in the men's games, and it's something I think that Derek and the lads have really implemented this year. Just small little things like getting food after training. It all adds up in the end, and it just makes, as a player, it makes your life a lot easier. And there's been great work done there between visibility of the sport, and we finally have the rule changes and things like that, and with the funding now, it's definitely going to be a huge help. And I suppose the key is trying to retain girls from minor up into the senior setup. Like, I've seen it myself over the years. There might be 10 of you come up through the age, and there's only 1 or 2 of you left by the time it gets to. We don't have that under 21 grade. So, the funding is huge, and hopefully it's the start really of a continuation of it, and it'd be great to sort of keep driving that on, and to have that kind of support, because it is massive, and it's essential really for intercounty, to have all those small things, as I said, food and all the supplies that you need, and all the things that go unseen. They're the things that add up, and I suppose as an intercounty player, that's what you need to have to get it on the same footing as everyone else, really.
Well, Shona Curran, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you.